excited to share a little bit with you today about one of our very specific career professional development opportunities that we have for postdocs at the Institute, our leadership development programs. It's definitely one of the initiatives that we've created here that I'm most proud of, and I'm most proud of the team for doing, not because it's something we created, but because of the impact that the program has had, as we are told specifically by the participants who went through it. So I'm not going to spend too much time, but I do want to share a little bit about the program. So trying to get this to advance. There we go. This is just a Zoom capture of this year's Foundations of Leadership program. And I'll tell you in a moment about what the Foundations of Leadership program is. But I wanted to have this Zoom capture to give you a little bit of a history of the program. So prior to the pandemic, we used to do this locally, in person. And so it was only available to individuals who were local to the San Diego area. So the few institutes that have a significant population of postdoctoral trainees here within the Torrey Pines Mesa in San Diego. During the pandemic, we quickly had to switch over, just like everybody did. We switched over the remainder of that year's program to Zoom. And what we realized is that we were capable of administering the program via Zoom, and that if we kept it on Zoom, although it does take away from some of the personal physical interactions that individuals can have with each other, we realized that we would be able to open it up to individuals across the United States, which actually turned out to be also opening it to individuals in other countries across the world, and all the way across the ocean. So we do hold the program now via Zoom. It's 100% virtual every year, to allow postdocs participating in the program not only to develop their leadership skills, but also to expand their network. So I mentioned the Foundations of Leadership program. We have two levels to this program. The first one is the Foundations of Leadership. It's a year-long cohort program. It meets once a month, and you go through this as a whole cohort. And then we have an expanding leadership program, which has been developed into a modular program. So it's open to individuals who fully participated in Foundations of Leadership, and it allows you additional opportunities beyond that initial program to continue developing your leadership capacity. The thing that I think is different with this program from a lot of other programs out there is we try specifically not to be prescriptive. Some programs, and I've participated in many of them, which were very good, give you steps and lists. If you do this, you will be a good leader. While there are certainly best practices in leadership, we take a different approach. We provide you with logic-focused scientific frameworks to understand yourself, how you communicate, how you tend to view, approach, and address conflict, how you influence others, and how you step up into leadership roles, whether you have a leadership-focused title or not. And we give you those frameworks so that you can then make your own decisions about what behaviors you want to hone towards accomplishing your goals as a leader in whatever position you're in. That may be just committee leadership, or it may be team leadership as you move on in your career. So that's the focus of this program. To date, I'm just going to give you some data on the program. So it was launched in 2015 as a very small pilot program before it expanded into this year-long program. This is just some numbers on the program participants. We mentioned 5 local institutes. We've now had participants from 37 institutions, and we can say worldwide. And 78 of our own postdocs have participated to date. If you participate in this program as a Sanford Burnham Previs postdoc, the program is free of charge to you. If you were to register for this type of program outside of the Institute through another organization, you would probably pay anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 for the year-long program. So this is something that we've done, it's free to you. If you are a postdoc at a different institution, we still welcome you to participate. There is a fee for participation. I assure you it is not $3,500. It's around $200, which is just to cover the cost of assessments. But for any of you who are here, if you do go on to postdoctoral training elsewhere, not at SBP, you are welcome to register, to apply to the program. It is a competitive registration process. Apply to the program, and we will provide you with a discount code. And if that wasn't in the plan, I'm now providing you with a discount code. So you will have a discounted registration. And I just wanted to highlight that because our goal is not to make money off of this. We don't make any money. It's to cover the costs and bring this information to as many postdocs as we can wherever you end up. The Expanding Leadership Program, we've only done it twice so far. We do this one every other year. And these are some numbers on the participants that we've had. We had someone participating from Australia one year. So he was logging on at 3 in the morning. So that definitely is a message to us of how important the program was to him and how valuable it was to him. I'm going to show you another slide before I finish. This is the impact I was talking about. I don't expect you to spend time right now and read through all of this, and I'm sure for some of you it's small. What I would like to draw your attention to is what this impact is showing. We survey participants at the beginning of the program, at the end of the program, and then 6 months after the program, and we will continue to survey. This was just one snapshot. And what we want to see is the number of yellow and red bars, which are at the left side, if you are not seeing color, which are at the left side of the bars. We want to see that decrease over time. And that is in fact what we see. Pre-programmed, there are a lot of individuals who either strongly disagree or disagree about their perceived abilities to step into various aspects of being a leader. Whereas by the end of the program and also 6 months later after the program, they are all saying at the very least, they're not sure, but most of them are agreeing or strongly agreeing that they now feel comfortable and recognize their ability to step in to leadership positions with respect to conflict, communication, being strategic, and being able to do that and lead an effective team. So that's a little bit of the impact I was talking about that I'm really proud of. And just to finish up, with one more snapshot, just another Zoom screen. The 5 across the bottom are those of us who guide and facilitate the program. And so above that was the most recent Expanding Leadership Program that we have. We specifically keep that program very small, to a very small size, to facilitate increased interactions among participants.